Is yet to come.
Don't growl at me before I fucking start talking to you.
Hey everybody, Sparky coming at you. So today we're gonna do introduction to spirits and ghosts. It's a big category. Yeah, like there is at least like 15 different categories inside, like what you would call a spirit or a ghost. Now, the one thing that differs between a ghost and a spirit, if you will, they do cross over, but most time when you're talking about a ghost, that is something that once lived as a human and then died, and for whatever reason, they stayed here or their energy stayed here. Everything else is more off as other entities. So most of the ghosts are human. Some of the spirits that we will talk about do blur that line where they probably weren't a human before. One is called a larvae. Now, this is a spirit that is normally very small. It kind of just creeps around. Usually doesn't make a whole lot of noise, except maybe you'll hear like a dragging or a shuffling on the ground. They literally just feed off leftover energy. So they're normally around places that have an abundant amount of energy, and they're just absorbing that to survive. They usually don't make a whole lot of noise. They usually aren't seen. If you do see them, it'll be really low to the ground and look either like a little thing running or a big blob running. So you have stuff like that does kind of blur the lines. Most of them, like the residual ghost, that is basically a tape player. So if you think about it, you go in a building and they hear stuff and they're like, we're haunted, and then you go in there. You should go in at different times and find out if it's doing that one thing, like almost like clockwork, like every day or every Monday or whatever. It's always in the same area, always makes the same noise, like walking down a hallway. That is, we're talking about residual. It's just the tape player. It's energy left over, and it's making noise, or it's making a apparition that's walking that way, that sort of thing. An intelligent haunting is something that can't interact with other things. They use tools that you bring in, or answer with dowsing rods. They come across and answer questions on like tape recorders. Those are that's a ghost that actually knows you're there and can respond to you. Intelligent haunting or intelligent ghost. Then we kind of go all the way down where we have like ladies or ladies of the night or what have you. That's the kind of ghost that normally is female. Normally, gosh. And they're denounced by their clothing. The woman's wearing a red dress or a white dress. It's like the lady in white wearing red, and blue. If you think about all the big hauntings, a lot of them have a lady in some color of dress. Most people believe those kind of ghosts are intelligent. They can respond to you, but they seem like they have a reason why they're there, or they're looking over the property kind of thing. So those can be, people will sometimes go, well, no, they're on a tape player. And it's like, well, not if they move around and they see you and they move away from you, then they're intelligent. Then we have things like poltergeist. Now, most people are always afraid that a ghost is going to slap them, going to push them down the stairs, do all that kind of stuff. Most ghosts cannot actually affect the material world we're in now. They can't knock over a beer cup, or they can't, knock a book off the shelves most of the time. It takes a lot of energy for them to do that. Can they? Yes. Poltergeists are different because normally what is said is they have either died in a horrific way, or such an evil and bad, enrageful spirit, if you will, as when they were human, that now they use that rage to actually move stuff, slap people, scratch them, all that kind of stuff. And that's when a lot of the poltergeists get confused with other entities that do the kind of same thing. Poltergeists can be really nasty because they're an enraged spirit and they do lash out. A lot of times you'll find if you have that kind of thing going on, it is in one area, and normally it's when like either somebody in the family is gone or everybody's there, one or the other. So you have that one. Then you have like banshees. You guys probably heard about those through movies and stuff. Yeah, it's a spirit that comes down, looks like a lady. She screams really loud, and then that's supposed to be a precursor of that person who heard her scream to die. Others think that that is almost like a poltergeist and causes the death, like actually feeds off the energy of you and makes you so sick you die. We have a whole bunch more. Race, that's an interesting one. The lore on that, I believe that is from Scottish, and it's supposed to be like, if I remember right, was it wizards and witches? I think it was wizards or witches that actually were trying to prolong their life or something like that, and they end up not making it work and turn into race. They're very, very mean, nasty, and some people say they are a ghost as they used to be human. Others kind of classify them more as a spirit or entity that was never human. So some people put that more in the demonic or entities that were not ever human category. So that one kind of floats back and forth depending on who you talk to and kind of what it's doing. Now, like shadow people is another one. A lot of people get scared about shadow people. They're just spirits that have enough energy where you can kind of see them. And a lot of these can, like I said, can cross over. Remember, these are just categories. So we're looking at what the ghost or the spirit is doing, trying to figure out where that fits into the categories to try to figure out how to deal with it, how to try to communicate with it, and trying to figure out what the hell it wants or why it's there. If we can help it cross over, what have you. Or if it's evil, to get it on out of there, or get it under control somehow. Again, there's a lot more different ways. Now, a lot of people are like, well, how can you tell one from the other? And a lot of times it's just, like I said, once we get into each one, you can take that knowledge, kind of go, well, it's not falling into this box of, intelligent, or it's fitting in the box of intelligent, but it's also filling in the box over here. And then you can kind of like start narrowing it down. If you're not sure if it's a ghost or not, there is ways to actually see if it just kind of doesn't like something. Now, spirits are known for not wanting to cross running water. So if you're in a farmhouse that's supposed to be haunted and you're hearing noises and there's a little creek and you go across the creek, it doesn't have to be big, it just has to be running water. And you're like, yeah, you come with me. Come on. If he can't follow you over or won't follow you over, he's a spirit. If it follows you over, you're dealing with a different kind of entity, or you're dealing with fae. In homes, if you have like St. John's wort or sage, or there's different types of sages too. A lot of, if you want to use plants, a lot of spirits don't like certain plants, and so they'll either kind of like shut up and move to another area of the home, or kind of like disappear for a while. It's a good way to say, hey, this is a spirit, this is not another kind of entity, because other entities, they really don't give a shit. If you're really looking into doing something like that, I would try to get a hold of an herbalist or somebody like that's a Native American elder or a shaman or somebody who actually really devotes their mindset to what different herbs do what. You can have them as living plants in pots. You can hang them above your door, above your windows. You can use like was it royal mint on windowsills or under your kitchen cabinets. That'll also help you not get ants because a lot of these herbs actually do multiple things. So there's a lot of ways to try to figure out if it's a spirit, if it's a ghost, and then define what it is and move on. It's a big, big topic. There's a lot to go through, and so I just want to kind of get a little to kind of go, this is kind of where we're going. And I hope you guys are enjoying these. Hopefully I make sense when I'm trying to explain it, and I'm putting everything in a format that's easy to understand. Well, we're going to have another one here, probably tomorrow, probably maybe like Monday. I'll throw up another one about either one of the ghost types, or we'll just do another introduction to another type of entity. Everybody, get out there, research, be honest, and most of all, have fun.